about. So I am so excited for this one. RBG going up against the Charlotte Phoenix. Winner going to the RLCS.
The 4 teams in these rival playoffs were the 4 stingiest defenses. They allowed the fewest goals per game against, by the way, Charlotte and RBG tied at just 1.62. They will not give up a goal there. They might here, and they do. It's Aeon who scores right through the defense.
And Aeon not slowing up from earlier today. A good push from Seabass. You saw him wave dash to get a good 50-50, and Aeon just fires it right above Jay Wismont. RBG with the early lead.
It is Aeon officially assisted by Seabass, and that is the first strike in a best-of-7 between Charlotte and RBG. Jay Wismont around the corner and through, but only as far as Seabass. He does well to hold his ground, plays that ball out to Aeon. Aeon trying to get the angle around. Instead, he is going to take the big boost, something that RBG does almost 15 times a game, more than anybody else in the league. They almost get scored on the other side. Here is Charlotte's chance to answer.
They need to score those goals, Stacks. That was an errant miss coming out from Seabass, and Karma just completely whiffs the net. Let's see if RBG can punish them.
It will be Rapid. Backboard and not sent away by Jay Wismont. He whiffed on it. Bouncing shot saved by Karma. Now Aeon, he will miss entirely as well. Rapid blocked by Karma that time, but the rebound opportunity will have to be cleared away by Jay Wismont.
Good touch there from Aeon to put it back up the wall. They're making Charlotte Phoenix use a lot of boost here in the defensive half. You see Jay Wiz scrambling in the corner. Karma with a good challenge, but Seabass waiting patiently, and Shadow pushes his ball up, but uses a lot of boost and can't get the ball out. RBG continue on offense.
Jay Wismont send one all the way down right past Shadow. Got the demo to open the door for Jay Wismont.
This is all due to the fact of Shadow turning ball cam off and setting his sights on the defender. That is so difficult to do. Seabass didn't know how to avoid it, and Jay Wismont is credited with the goal.
3:16 remains, and we're right back to square one in game 1. This will be Karma throwing one down to the corner that Aeon will collect. Now Rapid over top of Seabass. One more touch to set one up for Aeon. He will have to play it back to Seabass though, no shot. Seabass very quickly off the side again. That'll be played by Jake Wismont. And now there's a booming clear over the top of a couple RBG attackers, but Rapid is back this time.
Charlotte Phoenix using the defensive bumps and demos to their advantage. Karma got Aeon out of the way, and here comes Shadow. Great pass, 2 defenders up in the air. Karma just pops it up, and Rapid gonna boom this all the way downfield. Good clear coming out from him, but Shadow can't get to that ball. And like you were saying, Stacks, both teams so evenly matched up. Game 1 would not surprise me if we see overtime.
While recent history, certainly on the side of RBG, a little bit of ancient history for you. Seabass is 2-0 in his career with an RLCS spot on the line. Rapid gonna serve one up for Seabass. He'll try to get downfield, trying to find Aeon. And this will go over Jay Wiz, but Karma's right there, well defended, but not out of the zone. Now Rapid with some traffic in front, mostly caused by Aeon. And Aeon will be all the way back to slow play this. Shadow trying to get the soul read on him, and instead Karma will get it on the weak side.
And you saw that push back from Aeon. Instead of hitting it up the side wall, he saw Shadow creeping forward. Knew that if he touches that forward, it's going to be a shot on net. Good heads-up play from him. I'm very impressed with what he's bringing to the table today.
Karma trying to go over Rapid, pinch from the ceiling. That's going to go wide. Rebound opportunity, though. Shadow for Jay Wismont, and he picks his spot with 91 seconds to go.
Jay Wismont with his second one here in game number 1, but fed from Shadow off the corner of the ceiling. So difficult to read. You saw the defender sitting flat-footed in net, and that's all it took for Charlotte Phoenix to get a 1-goal advantage.
We talk so much about Shadow being the striker on this team, being the driving force of the Charlotte Phoenix, but he has been table setter, hasn't been scoring goals as of late. Aeon dropped down for Rapid. That ball will be forced through all the way to the corner as RBG has just over a minute to find an equalizer in game 1. Karma right down the side has Shadow waiting. Instead, Seabass will only get one as far as Jay Wismont's second touch. He's got that, but he can't get the dunk.
I want to know where the defense was there from RBG, but a good touch from Seabass. Karma a little slow on this play. Seabass has options, puts the shot on target, and can't get the ball in net. Rapid cleared the defender. RBG gonna want that one back.
Shadow very calmly clears one away. Double tap effort from Seabass will be blocked. Now Aeon misses on that attempt thanks to Shadow's offense. Rapid doesn't have the boost to play this over Karma, so Charlotte will kill off another 10 to 15 seconds. Shadow over to Jay Wismont trying to put game one out of reach. Going up the ladder, and he couldn't get a shot on. 20 seconds remain. That goes by Rapid. Seabass taken out by Jay Wismont. The interference might have been enough. Shadow with the slow play, and Charlotte Phoenix are going to take game one.
A 2-goal advantage with 15 seconds to go. But you see the nice pass off the wall there from Karma. Good heads-up play. Shadow waiting patiently at the top of the box. And Charlotte Phoenix making it look easy.
The team that we all knew would be in the RLCS after the outstanding rival series season they had. They have to work for it, though, and they have put RBG away in game one.
Karma saying, hey, guys, I want to get involved, too. Gets her first goal of the series. All three members getting involved on offense in game number one. RBG starting to look like they are beginning to get trapped in their defensive half.
It was not easy for the first 2 or 3 minutes, but Charlotte has pulled away in game one. But we saw what they did with Afterthought in the first couple of games. Afterthought solved the puzzle and came back with 4 straight wins. We know this RBG team, maybe better than any other team in the league, can adjust on the fly game to game.
Oh, they are not going to lay down and go to bed without a fight. They are going to bring it in game number 2. I expect to see game 7 out of this. These teams are just so even, but game number 1, the story was battering the corners of RBG. And you see right here, this touch was so hard to read. You saw Seabass too slow to get to the challenge, and Jay Wismont punished him for it. Just time and time again, the Charlotte Phoenix defense utilizing passing plays to open up space in the net.
Very few players spent more time high above the field surface than Rapid and Seabass all throughout the season. So it was surprising to see them struggle with that read coming down from the ceiling, because those plays, that's what they thrive on, and that's how Charlotte Phoenix beat them in game 1.
Well, it's just so hard to read when it's going up like that. You never know if it's going to pop straight out, if it's going to go straight down the wall, if it's going to take a weird angle. And when you're sitting below it, your camera, I mean, if it's the slightest bit behind you, it's looking back, then it's just spinning around in circles. So hard to read as a defender, but good on the offense to punish on that play. But we did see some misses coming out from Charlotte Phoenix. That's what we've got to look at going up in game number 2. Can RBG punish against those? Can they use their transition offense? Because that's where they're most powerful.
While both defenses were pretty similar throughout the league play season, it was the Charlotte Phoenix who scored far more on the offensive end than RBG did over the course of the season. That played true in game 1. Shadow looking to get on the board in game 2, but he will not, thanks to a collective effort on the defensive end by RBG. Now Shadow will lob another one in. He'll try to play this himself. Seabass can't get the read, and Shadow makes him pay.
This is what you gotta do as an offender. You gotta take your opportunities when they present themselves. But I want to know, where was Aeon on defense? He's all the way in the back corner looking at the boost pad. Want to see him rotate through to give his teammate a little bit of backup there.
Kickoff going to the side. Aeon is all over it, but so too is Shadow. Aeon does accidentally fall on that ball. And that will be Rapid. Right at Shadow, should be easily cleared by, again, the player that spends more time than anybody else on the Charlotte Phoenix on the defensive end, surprisingly enough.
Ooh.
And he needed to spend a little more because Rapid scores right over everybody.
Look at the soft tap coming out from Rapid to throw the defense off. He gets a wheel touch to just slow it down. He's right in front of net, and it's only 29 miles per hour when it finds the back of it. Good shot placement and way to just mix it up and make the defense guess.
This will be played out by Rapid. Right at Shadow, though, and a clever pass to Jay Wismont. like to have that shot back because he had a lot to shoot at and missed everything. Now Aeon throwing one over to the corner so that Seabass can get to it. Try to play keep away from those pesky Phoenix attackers. Now Shadow read that one well, coming off the side, and the mid-air bump opens the door. Jay Wismont returns the favor.
With the highlight reel play, Shadow just booms it downfield, and Jay Wiz says, see you later, Seabass.
One good turn deserves another. 1 minute gone by and a little bit of change, and Charlotte Phoenix back in front. Did Seabass get the reset? He did not. So now Aeon can only pop this ball in the air, and somebody's got to get back. It is Rapid in front of the net, and it will be Seabass who makes the save.
That was a close call. Aeon, weird angle off the wall, but does get a good challenge there. And Rapid gets ate up by Shadow. RBG going left to right, can't get this ball out of their defensive half. Shadow coming in, no boost, but I love the aggressiveness coming out, not allowing RBG to have any midfield control.
Charlotte Phoenix trying to suffocate RBG Esports in their own defensive end. This little breakout by Seabass should give RBG a chance to finally break out and, more importantly, get some shots on net. They don't manage a ton. To be Jay Wismont, all he can do is sky one up. He sensed RBG might have been closer than they were. So Jay Wiz will send this ball away, and this time he hits it where they ain't. Now Karma, can she center this? No, that's well defended by Aeon and sent further away by Rapid. 1-1 challenge, but Shadow is there. Good backup defense from the #1 seed, the Charlotte Phoenix.
Oh, great pass from Seabass. Aeon expecting it to come off the ceiling, though. Rapid gonna push this right back downfield. Here comes a shot from Seabass, looking for the upper 90 on the left-hand side, just a little off his mark, and an own team bump. Gonna transition into a Charlotte Phoenix offensive push.
Charlotte Phoenix does not need any help knocking RBG defenders out of the way. Aeon might have to play this one himself, but Shadow's there to make sure he doesn't. Seabass wins that challenge, and then the demo makes sure nobody can rotate in.
And just like that, it's a tie ball game. Shadow misplays this, and Seabass sees it coming. Good challenge to know that the angle's going to come off and go towards the net. Nobody home from the Charlotte Phoenix. And just like that, Stacks, all tied up. But more importantly, Charlotte Phoenix, Jay Wismont, and Karma, 56 points apiece. But that doesn't matter. Jay Wismont gonna put one in from the pass from Karma.
Yeah, and you watch, they are expecting Karma to take a shot. Aeon throws in net. When she lets that go by, Jay Wismont throws a fastball right by him. And the Phoenix are back in front. Every time RBG brings it back, Charlotte is right there with a quick answer.
I swear, you can't even look away from your screen. I look down to take a quick note, and a ball goes in the back of the net every single time. Just so powerful on both sides.
Is that what happens every time we get scored on in ranked? Here's Karma. Send one to the back wall, and she got hit from behind, I think, by Rapid. And then Karma repays the favor with a demo on Seabass. Now Rapid is not going to get a touch. Instead, he'll steal some boost. And that is RBG's MO. They will try to starve you out, try to play the long game, but they only have 1:20 and counting. Seabass, nobody home for that pass. So Karma will send it away. A missed opportunity by RBG, and now they've made a mess of it in their own defensive end.
Nice challenge there from Aeon. You saw the wave dash to get some momentum to push forward. It gets a perfectly placed 50-50. Seabass can't wrap this one around. And once again, the Charlotte Phoenix just play patient and allow RBG to push too far forward, and it's an easy clear out of their zone.
Seabass has no boost, but Aeon does. Soft shot sent away by Karma. Not going to get many more high-quality opportunities.
Oh!
Need a lot of pace, and Seabass has it. Upper 90.
Keep your eye on Rapid. Not only is it a great pass, but kapow in the kisser to Jay Wiz to get him out of the play. And Seabass with the picture-perfect shot, upper 90 to tie this game up.
46 seconds remain. Neutral kickoff. Seabass missed it. Aeon's got to climb, and he does. More importantly, he found Rapid. Karma missed up on her flip, but she does recover in time. Now Shadow, he got a flip reset, but Seabass is there. The play just took a second too long to develop.
Oh, man, RBG gotta be careful coming out of midfield. They're getting a little too antsy to push forward into offense.
Both these teams digging deep, and I mean real deep, into the bag of tricks.
Open.
Nobody's going to be there as the ball waterfalls right down. Shadow beaten out on that challenge. Rapid can't get the angle with only 5 seconds left. Charlotte, not a good clear. Seabass, Aeon, no. Rapid, also
this
no.
is going the other way.
This is popped up. Shadow is not going to find a teammate, and after that scrum in front, we go to OT.
They lucked out. All 3 members were pushed forward, and the net was wide open for RBG.
Shadow, well controlled out of the corner, but he gave it away to Rapid. RBG, they're circling the wagons. Double commit on the offensive end. Aeon jumped in front of Seabass, and it almost cost him on the other side. Seabass will try this time. Tough read as that ball did not bounce out as far as he had hoped. And now Aeon can barely keep this in the zone. Jay Wismont will let it go to Karma, and Charlotte Phoenix can breathe a sigh of relief for only a moment as here comes RBG again.
I'm starting to run out of digits of how many times we're seeing double commits. Look at the bump come out. Aeon puts the shot on, and Shadow sends it to the corner, but the onslaught's not over as Rapid's there for another shot. Seabass off the post. Jay-Wiz with a good read, but they're not done. RBG just continues to batter the posts and crossbars, just making Charlotte Phoenix guess what's going on.
Going back to the end of regulation, I think that's the first time in the last 90 seconds at least that the ball even sniffed the orange half of the field as Seabass's shot is going to go well wide. Karma beaten out there. Aeon, Rapid got bumped by Shadow. You don't always have to play the ball if you can play the attacker. That's what he did. Quality defense yet again, and RBG will reset, but this time Charlotte has the boost to counterattack.
Uh-oh, that's dangerous. Karma with a nice off touch, and Jay Wiz was looking for Aeon. Couldn't quite find him, and Aeon's gonna miss that. This is dangerous. Ball's up Karma as well, but all 3 members of RBG dive and get the clear into the corner.
Very few teams manage boost on both halves of the field as well as RBG does, especially on their attacking half. And they're trying to utilize that tactic to get back downfield. I imagine if they can starve out Charlotte again, it's inevitable that they will get an overtime winner. But it's also a big if, as here comes Shadow, here comes the Charlotte Phoenix. He will try to play this again, but Seabass is there. He had a full tank when he started. And now Rapid, that's going to kick out, but nobody home, and all Aeon can do is make a challenge.
Both members of RBG going back towards defense. Smart play. Good pass from Seabass, but Karma saw that from a mile away. All 3 members again up from RBG. They are getting so lucky that they're not getting punished. Eventually, one's got to be buried. A good shot from Jay Wiz. But no, Karma puts it back into the corner, and RBG can breathe a sigh of relief for just a moment.
Yeah, but only a moment. Here comes Charlotte again. Another pass from Shadow over towards Jay Wismont, but he couldn't collect it, so he'll have to get out. He took his time leaving the zone, though, and he took a lot of boost to do so. Seabass off the backboard, nobody there. Jay Wismont clears. Rapid will try again. Down in front, Aeon coming on, blocked by Shadow yet again. Follow, and another bump from Aeon. He couldn't score, but he got the defender.
RBG take the gloves off and say, we're taking this fight to you. Aeon gets Jay Wiz out of the picture. Seabass, the shooter of this team, there to punish.
Just the series we thought we would have. They went the distance all 5 games in league play, and they're all tied up. 1 game apiece. And you look at the total shots, they might have been a little more evenly spread out if Karma had gotten any shots on target, but she spent a lot of her time on the defensive end. And it is exactly what RBG needed to tie up this series after that lengthy overtime. If they dropped that game, I shudder to think what their mindset would have been going forward.
That would have been a tough one to swallow. But Aeon and Seabass connecting all over the field, and rightfully so. We get a playmaker, we get a hat trick, these guys were on fire, and Rapid as well showing up just when his team needed him. But RBG, the bumps that came out to clear out goalies, that was the difference maker right there. They just put their head down and said, every time we're rotating out of this zone, look for someone. I don't care if it's the goalie. I don't care if it's the last man back. It doesn't matter who it is. Try and bump them.
How fitting that Seabass plays hero so often in that game alone. He's the player I mentioned earlier, 2-0 in chances to go to the RLCS back in the old play-in days in Season 4 with Emotion. And with that same roster when they were Allegiance, they beat Dapper's CLG to knock them out of the RLCS. Congratulations again to Dapper and Afterthought making their way back into the RLCS a moment ago. And again, when we finish this series up, we will send one more team to be the 10th team in the North American RLCS.
Yeah, and slight delay going on right now. Players having connection issues, and with everything that's on the line, whoever wins this going to the RLCS, we want to make sure that it is just perfect for these players. So we're going to get that resolved and jump back into the action. But so far, 2 games, we already have a lot to break down from both teams. Charlotte Phoenix did so good in game 1 with those clears to push the ball downfield, and they were looking for each other. They were looking for a short passing play to put it over the defenders. We didn't see that at all in this game.
One thing I like from the Charlotte Phoenix is we've seen a few times where either Karma or Jay Wisman, it really is just those two. One will look like they're going for a shot. They'll fake it. They'll just go off and take boost. The other takes the shot. It worked to perfection earlier in that game. Jay Wisman scored a key goal for them. Looked like it was going to make a huge difference. Could have been a game winner, but RBG kept battling back and battling back. Man, if this is what we're going to see for another 5 games, sign me up.
Well, you know, Stacks, I'm having a bit of amnesia, so why don't we take a look at the goals that we saw? Yes. Look at the push from Seabass. The wave dash to get the challenge on that ball, so crucial.
Yeah, we're seeing the mechanics out in full force. We're also seeing a lot of physical play. You saw the bump there, the demo rather, to open things up for Jay Wismont. Karma trying to get a pinch off the ceiling. It led to this out of Jay Wismont as well. Hey, Jay Wismont has been solid. 3 goals. Shadow's got 3 as well.
Well, and a couple uncredited assists. I feel like, you know, he was the difference maker in a lot of the goals, but he didn't get credit for some of the stuff. So you can't take into account too much of his stats.
Of all the players in this series, Seabass is actually the leading scorer coming into this matchup. You saw him just get scored on over Karma there. That was in garbage time, of course. That game was already well in hand, but Shadow, a lot of his goals, I think you could agree, they haven't been well defended.
No, definitely not. I mean, Charlotte Phoenix is having to scramble around, but look at that bump coming out from Jay Wismont. We're seeing this so much in the rival series where players are in the air trying to pre-read a ball, and out of nowhere, someone comes to bump them out of the way to clear things up. You got to stay on your toes if you're in the rival series, that's for sure.
Other results we've seen throughout the day as well. RBG knocked Chaos Esports into next week's promotion tournament. So Sad Jr., their coach, gets to try and knock Cloud9 out of the RLCS. That's going to be really juicy next weekend, but we got a little business to take care of this weekend as it looks like we are ready to go for game number 3. This best of 7, as Nose Dude would loathe us saying, has now turned into a best of 5, Subi. Here we go.
And this is probably the most important match of the series. I feel like this is going to be the difference maker. I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb and say whoever wins this is winning the series.
All right. It has been noted. Karma. Soft shot trying to set one up for Jay Wismont. Seabass got to recover. What? He missed entirely, and so too did Shadow.
Okay, now you see it, now you don't. Just baits the defenders out. We'll call it a fake, but everyone knows that that was just a straight-up whiff.
It's okay. Nobody was watching. If you can tell yourself that to get over it, more power to you. Here's Karma. Foregoes the midfield boost, so Rapid will take it behind her, and Seabass makes one save. Rapid to finish the clear. Can he follow this play up around Shadow? Won the challenge over Jay Wismont. Aeon coming on, drops it down, but Karma makes the save.
They're not done. Here comes Seabass peppering that corner, and Rapid once again coming in. He has been the first man in their offense coming through to push the ball in, and then gets a boost steal, looks for a bump, just slowing the defense up.
Jay Wismont blocked by Rapid, but the ball still finds its way through. Aeon now has plenty of boost to continue this play. Has Rapid waiting behind him. Not sure the positioning was ever going to work. And then, right as Rapid jumped, Aeon tried to get a touch. Nobody's back. Aeon finally gets there. Looked like Charlotte Phoenix, if that developed just a little quicker, they could have got an opening net goal.
Yeah, both these teams want to just forget the minute and a half that just took place, but in comes Shadow. Good touch towards mid, gets two defenders to go up. He's looking, oh, Aeon got bumped in net, but Jay Wismont can't get the angle on there, and RBG hold on, but they can't get out of midfield. Charlotte Phoenix doing a wonderful job of keeping boost and making the defenders jump.
Jay Wismont off of Rapid. Karma coming on, and her shot from way out in front is blocked away. Now Shadow, tough angle, but Karma's there. Nobody else to rotate back. And with 2:52, it's Charlotte in front.
Charlotte doing a great job of pass into the corner, pass off the back wall. There's one defender, two defenders. The third off looking for boost, and it's an open net for Karma.
We know RBG likes boost, but you do have to defend the net still. Aeon thought about coming up, but Jay Wismont beat him to the punch on the Cheetah. Seabass got a piece of that effort from Shadow, but he doesn't have any boost. He gets knocked from behind by Aeon. Hey, if you're gonna go, go, because it leads to shots like this that Rapid has to save.
Oh, that's a dangerous ball. Midfield, Aeon didn't have the boost to challenge, and they're gonna be stuck on defense, but a good defensive demo coming out from Rapid to clear things up. Rapid and Seabass holding hands in the corner there. Like to see a little bit better comms from RBG.
The spacing has not been good at all for RBG in this game. They may even need to give up a goal just to get another kickoff and reset. Now it looks a little better. Rapid plays that off the corner and around Jay Wismont. Can he get by Karma as well? No, sir. But Aeon can get this to the back wall, only to be met by Shadow. Jay Wismont for Karma, the long-standing splice duo, does not connect for a goal this time. This ricochets towards the net, and Rapid will play it away, but Karma's right there, and now it's Charlotte Phoenix that have the vice grip, though. How about Aeon? I think he wave dashed into that demo, and that's going to be huge to relieve the pressure.
Yeah, but they still can't get this ball out. Karma, just barely missing that double tap, had no boost. Shadow coming off that side wall. That's going to roll up for Seabass. So far, RBG able to hold on to the back of the net, not allowing it to open up too much, but they're using a ton of boost going left to right and not pushing forward. And we're nearing a minute left, Stacks. They're still chasing one goal.
I think Karma had an opportunity to steal some boost out of the RBG zone, try to beat them at their own game. Instead, now she'll try to dribble on. Flick over is off the crossbar, and RBG, they got away with one. Shadow now trying to bounce one in from the ceiling. That won't happen. But again, more pressure on the orange half of the field. Seabass hanging in the air to make the save. Now Aeon, this is a chance. Seabass, I think he got the midfield boost.
He did.
Still couldn't get the shot on.
That did help them, and Aeon with a nice soft tap, but that's going to allow Shadow to climb that back wall, get it clear. 30 seconds remaining. It's starting to turn in to super aggressive time for RBG.
Drop down pass for Aeon is deflected away. Seabass missed this, but everybody thought he was going to hit it, so Rapid could recover on Shadow's attempt. 10 seconds remain. A game that's hard to believe it's still 1-0. Somebody should have scored by now. And if RBG can, they'll force overtime. But Rapid can't get the ball in the air, and the Charlotte Phoenix hang on.
Rapid's going to want a mulligan on that shot. Was trying to catch that so he could get a flick up to his teammate upfield, but unfortunately pushed it too far forward, and Game 3 goes in the record books in favor of Charlotte Phoenix. The showing from Karma, she woke up when her team needed her most, putting 5 shots on target. And this is going to be one of them where the nice pass from Shadow, you saw Karma just lurking at the top of the box.
After being held without a single shot on net in the last game that went to overtime, comes back, just, hey, throw the ball at the net, hope good things happen. That's what Shadow did. Karma was waiting, One of her 5 shots was the only one that mattered for the Charlotte Phoenix. They are now halfway home. But they got to 2 wins against Afterthought, and I know you hate to hear someone keep harping on it, but they've been here before, and it didn't work out so well. Now, 1 game deeper into the series, do they look a lot better now than they did against Afterthought at least, or did they look better in that series in the first couple of games?
I think they look better here. Against Afterthought, after game 2, it just looked like the nerves were unbearable. It was just crushing down on them, and they couldn't get out of that hole once it just got to them. This match, it looks like, okay, we need to play our game. We need to not worry about getting to the RLCS, just take it game by game and celebrate afterwards. Don't say, yay, we're up 2. Oh, wait, now we lost. Focus on this match at hand, because this is where you can really put your foot on the throat of RBG.
Yeah, they have had an offensive flourish in these first few games after they scored only 2 goals on 29 shots in those final 4 games against Afterthought. Ball sent in front. Jay Wismont scores. This is the Charlotte Phoenix we're used to seeing.
This is an RLCS team. This is a team that can do damage. Look at that fast pass out of the corner. Shadow just putting it on a platter for Jay Wismont.
Jay Wismont becomes the outright scoring leader in this series now, picking up his 4th, breaking a 3-way tie with Shadow and Seabass. Now to be Shadow, blocked by Aeon. He's going to have to recover back to the net, though. Has plenty of boost and a big power clear downfield, almost on target, and Jay Wismont will collect it.
I don't think anybody was expecting that. Good challenge there. It's dangerous for Aeon. Just barely gets that touch. Had to stretch out for that one. And Karma's up for that. 2 members for RBG go. Shadow looking for a double tap, and he gets it.
As soon as Shadow got that first touch, we knew it was going to be trouble, and sure enough, nobody jumped, and Aeon had the boost too. Did not go up for it. Shadow makes him pay. Charlotte up by 2.
Charlotte Phoenix starting to look like a freight train rolling downhill. Nothing but momentum behind them, and it's going to take a miracle to slow them down.
Bouncer in, and it will score from Shadow as he had Aeon dancing like a marionette.
It's still not over, Stacks. We're not even 1 minute into gameplay yet. I am a firm believer in whatever a team does to you in one half, you can very easily do to them. But man, RBG has their work cut out for them.
Seabass does win this kickoff deep into the Charlotte zone, but Shadow will take over. And here come the Phoenix yet again. And this is where Charlotte Phoenix, I think, become even more dangerous, more deadly, because there's not that much pressure on them. They can try out some new things, and with the creativity we've seen from them all season long, they may become impossible to defend at this point.
And Charlotte Phoenix is one of those teams where they 100% do run plays. We've seen so many times where they utilize a fake kickoff, even when they have the lead, just to keep their opponents on their toes.
We have not seen a fake kickoff, I don't think, at all today, which is strange for them because they are, as you mentioned, good for at least a couple in a series. Aeon will collect the full boost out of his own corner, but the ball was a more pressing matter, and Shadow almost put it into the net. Now Rapid with Karma coming on. It'll have to be Seabass against Shadow. Another challenge is won by the ball itself. Didn't go anywhere. Now Jay Wismont. Blocked away by Rapid. But they could play this little song and dance all game long for the final 3 minutes. And Charlotte Phoenix will go laughing to the bank with a 3-1 lead.
The RBG's got to break out of their half. They're using way too much boost. There's way too much time coming off the clock, and they're not doing a thing. So far, 6 shots for Charlotte Phoenix and a big goose egg on the side of RBG.
They may get one here as Rapid can finally start dribbling. Got that through, Shadow, and the challenge bounces through.
This is why you don't want to push too far forward when you're the last man back, but who could expect that one to come out? Good 50-50 from Rapid, and they get one on the board.
Now we go to the second half in what really is as close to a must-win game as you can get for RBG, and Karma's going to score off the kickoff. This can't happen.
Absolutely not. But listen, Stacks, do you hear it? That's a splash in the back of the net. Karma repays the favor over to Rapid because no one expecting that one to crawl under the crossbar.
Right when you thought, okay, clock's ticking on RBG, they know what they've got to do, they have some life, that happens. And you don't have to play perfect to win a series like this. But there are some mistakes that are unforgivable, and Charlotte Phoenix are not in a very forgiving mood.
That's a hat trick for the rookie Shadow. Not the rookie. Coming out in this matchup, putting it under the crossbar. Just so crucial to his team. Look how many goals he has on the day. That's 6.
I'm sure Shadow would also like to forget his first foray into the rival series, though it certainly did get some eyes on him. Aeon, only as far as Karma, and the Charlotte Phoenix continue to put more and more pressure on RBG, and I think at this point, the boys in orange would like to just skip ahead to the clock hitting zeros. Karma's having none of it as Rapid's forced to make another stop.
Yeah, there's no forfeit in the rival series. You can't just go ahead and fast forward to the next matchup. Karma with a good touch, and Aeon. This RBG team's looking deflated right now. They need to shake this one off, put the series loss behind them, and focus on their next matchup because it's do or die time.
Well, you can't give up. Hey, you certainly can play Rule 1 in a game you must win. Here is Shadow. As far as Jay Wismont, but it's intercepted by Rapid. So Shadow will dump this off to the corner, needs another touch, and again, does just enough to throw off the oncoming RBG attackers. Now Seabass missed that entirely, and while the ball is on the right side of the field for them, more seconds tick off the clock. Final minute now. This game mercifully reaching its conclusion. Jay Wismont through Rapid. Seabass, the only drama seems to be what the final margin of victory will be. It looked like Charlotte Phoenix were going to score exactly as many goals as they wanted to about a minute ago, but RBG have at least kept the pressure up, and this has got to be at least encouraging going into some games that they absolutely have to win.
And Charlotte Phoenix, I mean, they were just stuck in their offensive zone for 30 seconds. There was no panic whatsoever from any member. Just good comms, good heads-up play, smart gameplay as well. Just good team Rocket League.
Jay Wismont just bounces one out to midfield. Shadow pre-jumps for a challenge next game, and Karma makes one last save, and that will do it. 5-1 should be the final in Game 4, and the Charlotte Phoenix are one win away from surviving this little trip towards Danger Zone.
Whew. If you're on RBG, you gotta really focus on these 60 seconds right here. These are so important. You need to game plan. You have to communicate. You can't have a minute of silence right now. You've got to strategize. How are we going to take out the Charlotte Phoenix team? How can we get past them? Because plays like this are not a way to do it. You got to stop Shadow. You got to stop Jay Wismont.
There were 2 goals that were scored coming right out of kickoffs that, again, are absolutely inexcusable. If you want to play in the RLCS, that's one you can't afford to give up, and the one that Karma scored to make it 4-1. That one can never happen. A shot from that far out. I'm sorry. You can't let that in. They did. Well, and that shows, and the scoreline shows exactly what RBG's mindset was in that game.
We were talking about it in the first matchup of the day on the desk. We were saying, hey, RBG is susceptible to those long booming clears over their heads that just go into the back of the net. We saw that happen in that matchup. They need to space out. They need to not push past midfield because we see them get overly aggressive. All 3 members bunched up in front of net, and it's so easy for a team to just, all right, hey, let's run our offense.
Rapid, the leading shooter in that game for RBG. They are much better off when he is a defensive presence, as he was in the Chaos series, and they're much better off when Seabass can get shot after shot, goal after goal. He had 0 shots in that last game. Now, granted, that game was over about halfway through, but still, even in garbage time, he couldn't get one to save his life. Now he's got to step up. Aeon's got to step up and support him. RBG, as a team, has maybe their season on the line, because if they drop this match, it's G2 waiting for them in the promotion tournament as we are underway in game number 5.
That was a neat little shot there from Jay Wiz. But here comes Shadow using a lot of boost, and Seabass is going to push this into the offensive half. They have numbers, but a good challenge comes out from Shadow, and Aeon puts one in very early into game number 5.
Aeon, a player that will rack up a ton of assists. This time he gets an assist from Seabass, and he even tried to take out Karma along the way. Second goal of the series for Aeon. Now RBG's in business. This will get by Shadow on the cheat up. But Karma will have a midfield boost pickup. And we'll get this off the corner. Then taken out. Aeon coming on, but just took too long to get there.
Yeah, he did a little stutter step, and Shadow was already in the air, but 2 go for Charlotte Phoenix. No harm, no foul. This one's going towards net. Aeon scoops it around, but Aeon and Rapid so close together, so bunched up. Stacks, we were talking about it. We need to see the spacing just spread apart from them.
How many times have we seen it, though, Subi, where a team blows out a team in a game in a series, whether it's game 1 or midway through the series, as Jay Wismont tries to center, that'll be cleared away, and all of a sudden you develop some bad habits, and the other team just kind of takes their lumps as Shadow almost put one in his own net. They recover, and they come back looking like a brand new team as RBG has here.
Yeah, this one isn't going to get out of control, I don't feel like, for Charlotte Phoenix. I don't see them just giving this one away. They do not lack mental fortitude, that is for sure.
This up towards that angle on the ceiling, but sent away, well read by Shadow. Can't say that for everybody so far in this playoff tournament. That ball has been tough to read all day long. Not for Shadow, though. He makes another good challenge to send one downfield, but Jay Wismont can't get there. Now Shadow again. Boy, he has been money so far in this series.
He's been money the entire season. Without this guy, I don't know if this team would have that much success.
Jay Wismont takes his time. Little stutter move, and Karma forces it through.
You saw RBG realize that their teammate got demoed right there. They just start scrambling. How are we going to defend this? We can't. Karma comes flying in and ties up game 5.
Jay Wismont running by that ball initially on the wall, set that whole thing up. Now Rapid out of the corner. He will steal some boost. Again, RBG does that more often than any other team, but Seabass will have to make the stop on the defensive end, and that's not where they are at their best when he is on the defensive end. Here's Aeon. Now he has Seabass waiting in support. The pass never comes in. Instead, Rapid throws one across, and Karma will get one right out to Aeon. Now Seabass needs another touch.
Oh my gosh! Target. That's one of the best shots I've ever seen. What is this?
I have nothing. That is incredible. His momentum's taking him to the next map, and he still drops it down.
That was on target, too. Oh, my gosh, Seabass. That's one you got to get up and just scream at the sky for.
Well, he's got to settle down for a moment. They've got 2 minutes plus of defense to play as the Charlotte Phoenix are right back at him. Another challenge goes out to Jay Wismont, and Aeon makes the save. Now Shadow trying to find Jay Wiz again. Aeon knocks him out of the play. Here comes Rapid with 2 minutes left. Trying to add an all-important insurance goal. Seabass up the ladder again. This time just gets a piece of Karma.
Rapid's all alone on defense. And Shadow takes too much time, allows all 3 to get back, but Karma just fires that on target, making Seabass go. They're not done. Seabass gonna push this one forward. Shadows comes off the wall. Good read, but Rapid gonna dish this one up. Jay Wiz with the miss. Here comes Seabass. But no harm, no foul, as Charlotte Phoenix gonna get out scot-free.
Rapid avoided a bump by Jay Wismont, and now Jake is able to clear that out, but not very far. Aeon for Seabass. That ball will be sent out to the corner by Shadow with now a minute 15. RBG hanging on, but the spacing again, not very good. Aeon practically...
Double
on Rapid. That's going to be set away. Well defended again by Shadow.
Oh, that demo actually helps Rapid. He allows Aeon to push forward, stay on offense, and he's got the back end covered.
Aeon rolling one out right at Rapid. Clever attacking now as RBG tries to kill off more time. Charlotte Phoenix, very similar to parts of Game 2 when RBG got their only win of this series. Spent a lot of time on the defensive end. Now Rapid against Shadow. That's a great challenge by Shadow to get Charlotte out of the defensive end, but they got to do it again. Shadow with 30 left. Only right at Aeon. Drop down? No, it was Rapid coming on. Now Aeon throws one across. That's a powerful clear by Shadow. Seabass, Rapid, somebody's got to get there, and it's Rapid with 13 to go.
Infield.
Jay Wismont, that's blocked away, but a double commit. Karma for Jay Wismont. No, it's Seabass who sent it away. Now Shadow looking for the winner. No, cleared away by Seabass, and that will do it. RBG stays alive.
I am still just... My mind's blown from that Seabass shot. That was incredible. What a way to take the lead. So demoralizing to your opponents, and that just does so much for your spirits and just really says, oh my goodness, boys, we could do this.
RBG came up with 4 shots in that game, but none of them looked half as good as this from Seabass. Are you kidding me?
Going left to right, a crossbody shot, backdoor. I mean, there's no way to describe this to someone.
Right now, the Charlotte Phoenix are lucky that this is not being decided by a game of horse. How do you match that?
You don't. I saw Rapid up on the backboard at the very end of the game. He might have been trying to top him, but I don't think it's going to happen. At least not till next week when we see Cloud9 and G2 play.
Yeah, but that's going to be a whole nother level, a whole nother ball game. But we still have business here. RBG trying to stay alive. Wouldn't be a reverse sweep, but coming back from 3-1 down against the best team in the league, the Charlotte Phoenix. This right here was the scoreline when they played in the regular season. Charlotte Phoenix won in 5 games, but RBG, they have battled against so many other teams in the league. They're used to situations like this.
They absolutely are, but RBG has looked so good in this matchup, especially last game. I mean, they took down Chaos, and it seemed like with ease, and they're just taking it into this game. A little slow. They went down 1-3. That's okay. They're awake now, and it's game time.
They are awake. They are very alive, and Seabass will throw one off the backboard. Rapid to follow after the demo by Seabass, and Rapid scores.
Just a hard shot right down the middle of the net. And the defender can't jump up in time. He does get the touch, but too little, too late. And Rapid and Seabass connecting on that one.
It doesn't look like Karma was going to be able to get in front of that shot anyways, but the demo certainly helped to put Shadow in a very difficult spot. Here's Aeon. Seabass going after Shadow. And I'll tell you what, Shadow doesn't take many demos. Does miss that ball, however. Rapid trying to power slide his way into Jay Wismont, but that'll be cleared away right at Aeon.
Good good mechanics rather on display there. And a demo comes out. Shadow over to Karma. Karma just barely missing the post, and Aeon, nice little wave dash to get around the defender, but that one's going to be turned over.
Jay Wismont hangs in there, gets the clear downfield. Now it'll be Karma. This will drop down towards her, but Rapid is there. Excellent read. Shadow will collect a full tank of boost and try to find Karma. He does find Karma, but nobody will be up for a shot as that's defended by RBG. Back and forth, these two titans of the rival series go. RBG oh so close to a spot in the promotion tournament last season. Now they are fighting for all they've got to avoid it. Seabass for Rapid, and Jay Wismont has it away.
Pay attention to the spacing from RBG. They're starting to spread out, and Charlotte Phoenix is having a heck of a time dealing with it.
Seabass now through Shadow, but Karma's right there. Jay Wismont has to take a late turn in midfield, so he can try to keep this in the zone, but instead it will be Shadow, but he gave up the back corner boost, recognizing he needed to get after that ball in a hurry. Now Aeon. Rapid in support. Aeon gonna try to dribble in. We've seen him do it before, but it doesn't work this time.
Rapid's gonna have a little bit of time to work with here. Puts this over to the side wall. Shadow was waiting, good defense, but Jay-Wiz can't get it, and that ball narrowly missing the back of the net. RBG get away with one there.
Everything going RBG's way in the last 7 minutes of gameplay or so. Now Seabass challenges Jay Wismont. Rapid's gonna try his luck, and with the tail of the Dominus, at least gets the ball away from Jay Wiz. This will roll out in front. Rapid has to make sure to get a touch because Karma was waiting behind him.
That's one of the benefits, Stacks, of those long body cars. You're able to get those touches that the Octanes miss. And you get a little bit of power on the ball. Good shot from Shadow, but too wide. And Aeon gonna have some time, but pops that one up. Nobody in midfield for Charlotte Phoenix, and Rapid gets it by one. Off the side wall, and Jay Wiz puts it right back in to the RBG half.
Seabass with 100 boost, might have scored this, but he had 0. So Aeon's gonna have to help him out. Aeon trying to challenge Jay Wismont, and that's well defended again by the longtime Splice defender, now part of Charlotte Phoenix. Oh, Seabass got knocked away from that play, and a good thing too, because that could have been disastrous. Now Jay Wismont on the rebound, far down and away. Follow-up goes high and wide, and Rapid will finish the clear. That's a golden opportunity that Charlotte's gonna want back. They may get another chance. Shadow trying to change speeds. Karma got the demo. Jay Wismont up ahead of Rapid, but Rapid had the better angle, and he makes the save as well.
Oh my goodness, it's a carpocalypse on the field right now, and they're not done. The infield passing plays coming out from the Charlotte Phoenix. Seabass finally pushes this into the blue half. They can gather their senses, and most importantly, they can boost up.
Anticipate and vacate. The defense of RBG trying to jump the passing lane, and they did. But now Shadow with Karma waiting. Instead, it will go out towards Jay Wismont, but a decent enough clear by RBG, nursing a 1-0 lead.
Woo!
Jay Wismont couldn't turn in time.
He was swinging for the fences there and missed. Karma up for that one, can't read it, but mayhem in the net, and luckily Seabass hits Rapid with the ball. Charlotte Phoenix starting to knock at the goal of RBG, but so far the door's locked.
Seabass for Rapid, and that will kill a few more seconds. Seconds that the Charlotte Phoenix need to get more opportunities. 20 seconds remain. Jay Wismont plays one through, but Rapid is there. All hands on deck on the defensive end for RBG Esports as they try to force Game 7.
They're turtling up. Good, smart play.
Oh, how about that, though? Pass over to Shadow, and he missed it. 2 seconds left. Jay Wismont got to get it in the air. Karma does. This will come right out to her. Aeon just got a cheeky touch. The one time you don't want to get the nose on the ball, and that will do it. And why not, Subi? Why don't we play 7 games in our final match of the day?
I wouldn't want it any other way, Stacks. Game 7, the winner, going to the RLCS.
1 game to change your career for perhaps a long, long time. And of all the things that happened in Game 6, that demo opening things up for Rapid, that proved to be the huge difference for RBG as they take the second 1-0 game of this series. First one going to Charlotte a little bit earlier.
Well,
wow.
Hope you got your popcorn and soda ready, because you're not going to want to get up at all in Game 7. Both these teams so just lethal on the offensive half. It could just happen at any moment, and I cannot express how excited I am. This is literally history happening before our eyes. Who knows if we'll ever see this again, where a team can automatically get into the RLCS. Well, it's about to happen.
Again, to give you an illustration of what was between these teams in the regular season. Yeah, it went 3-2. Charlotte Phoenix won 25 games. RBG won 22. They were that close in the standings at the end. One team was 6-3. Charlotte was 7-2. It could go either way. Game 7 could go either way. And you may remember a team that came through this tournament not too long ago. The Peeps. We're going to play it on Peeps Field. I can't wait.
I can't either. So let's stop talking and let's get to the action.
Game 7 underway. 5 minutes to change a whole heck of a lot. This goes all the way out to Shadow. He's got to get on his horse to catch up to that, and he can't. It has been all RBG over the last couple of games, and Aeon scores with the flip reset going down to the ground.
The mechanics are just on display. Aeon gets under the ball, saves the flip reset till right there, and gets a turtle goal. Are you serious?
You're just sitting there wondering, okay, when's he gonna flip? When's he gonna flip? When's he gonna flip? Just never press X to flip your car, and it worked out. Here's Karma, blocked by Rapid. This will go across the net, and Shadow is there. Had to get a challenge on Aeon, and Karma will boom this downfield. Rapid's got to get there, and he does. With half a tank of boost, we'll play this out of the corner. That ball forced through by Shadow. Jay Wismont coming on, and he'll have to go through the goal and right back out.
We normally don't see Charlotte Phoenix that bunched up. The nerves could very well be getting to them. Good passing play over to Karma. Karma, nice hard shot, but well off her target. Look at the infield passing play coming out, but just off his mark.
It seemed inconceivable after the dominant 3-0 sweep where Charlotte Phoenix outscored Afterthought something like 9-1, that this team would have their future in the RLCS ever in doubt. But it is right now. They're trailing in Game 7 to a team with Seabass, who again has not lost a series with an RLCS spot on the line. Rapid to throw one up there, and Shadow will have to get it out towards Jay Wismont.
Oh, this one's going right back. Aeon, good shot all the way over to the left-hand side. Seabass, good challenge just to keep pressure on, and good comms. Oh, Karma almost demoed Rapid there. That would have just left an open net.
Jay Wismont for Shadow. They've tried it a few times. This time, Shadow connects.
And he gets it by 3 defenders. Just the smallest margin, no room for air, and he threads the needle.
Boy, did he ever. 3 defenders, all at various spots. He put it right in the sweet spot between all 3 of them. Pi remains in Game 7. Rapid now. Had Seabass, but he'll call his own number and goes right through Karma.
Carries the ball all the way downfield. Are you kidding me, Rapid? You are just a madman.
It's not better than what Seabass did earlier, but Rapid gave it the old college try. 6 seconds later, RBG brings it right back in favor. Now with 3 minutes left, Charlotte Phoenix having a difficult time in their own defensive end. Rapid will dump it off to the corner, and now they have to find another answer after they struggled for so long just to get one.
Oh, and Rapid taking Jay Wiz off the pitch. It's not going to hurt Charlotte Phoenix too much. Rapid stepping up huge for his team here in Game 7. Going to dish this off to Seabass. Nice slow play. Gets it over Karma. Shadow with the misread, but Jay Wiz is there for the cleanup. We reach halftime stacks. RBG up by 1. And man, would this just be a record, would this be a story for the record books?
It's going to be a story either way, as Shadow, he'll get a soft shot, might have caught a deflection. Seabass will get credit for a save, and this will be bombed away yet again. RBG protecting a 2-1 lead. If this score holds, they will go from the number 3 spot into the RLCS, and it will be the Charlotte Phoenix having 2 shots at it, having to go up against G2 in the first round next week. Rapid bombing one away. Jay Wismont right there. But there's no counterattack to be had by the Charlotte Phoenix. There's no hope to be had. Seabass bangs one home.
Brings it under the crossbar. The defender just left standing still. Shadow didn't know what to do here. Comes sliding into net. Seabass increases the lead by 2.
5 goals in the series for Sebastian with 1:44 to go. Rapid up against Karma, force that ball through, and Shadow is right there. He'll find Jay Wismont. The passing has been on point for the most part for the Phoenix in this series, but now they need it more than ever, and it just hasn't been until now. But Jay Wismont couldn't get anything on the shot.
Oh, and they're both in the same corner there. RBG starting to just bunch up, trying to do whatever they can to just form a line back on that defensive half.
Seabass couldn't get a piece of this ball. Karma does. Rapid throws it all the way across. Shadow with a full tank of boost. He's going to come up, but he had to come back all the way from his defensive line. Seabass got a demo. Aeon can't get there, as I think he pulled up a little bit. That allowed Shadow to get there. Rapid, though, in the final minute. Ball game.
This one going in favor of RBG, and now they just have to do a victory lap on their way to the RLCS.
2018 was all about RBG the movie. 2019 has RBG Esports writing a Hollywood-level script, almost getting into the promotion tournament last season. Now, 45 seconds away from the RLCS. Rapid trying to kill off even more. The celebration surely has begun as they just stay back. Jay Wismont for Karma, looking for a sliver of hope. None to be found. Seabass with another clear with 30 to go. Now Karma from her own line with only 15 seconds left. Another challenge dropped in. RBG Esports. They've had their doubters. They've had their haters. They've silenced all of them. And now, in just a few short seconds, they can say they are headed to the RLCS.
Look at, you get Seabass so emotional right now, I guarantee it. Put the controller down. He's such a quiet guy, but in this moment, he's screaming his head off. Congratulations to RBG. We're going to see him in the RLCS next season.
And crushing defeat for the Charlotte Phoenix. You have to certainly, your heart has to go out to them, right? I mean, they had afterthought on the ropes. They had 3 shots at it here to clinch and close out RBG. But as the underdogs have done